Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Doc Gravino, and to the panelists. Good evening, Amugis and Dr. Joseph. So this evening, this is the group two, and our study is a study of the impact of customers' online shopping experience expectations and product quality expectations on customer satisfaction. So, for the background, the significant growth of e commerce globally has transformed the way people shop. Understanding the dynamics of online shopping becomes imperative due to its increasing prevalence in consumer behavior. More consumers are shifting towards online shopping due to convenience, accessibility, and range of choices. Customer satisfaction stands as a pivotal metric influencing business success. Studies conducted globally by esteemed or surpassing customer expectations and heightened satisfaction levels. Moreover, studies by Chen et al. In 2015 highlight the undeniable influence of superior product quality on customer satisfaction and their intentions to repurchase, a critical aspect in the e-commerce landscape. So our research seeks to unravel the underlying factors driving customer satisfaction in online shopping experiences within the unique context of Davao City. By exploring the nuanced interplay between customer expectations, the quality of products offered, and their resultant impact on satisfaction levels. We aim to provide tailored insights that can empower business to enhance their operations, elevate customer experiences, and contribute to the growth of this dynamic e-commerce market.
Sorry. So our problematic scenario is in the unique context of Davao City's e-commerce landscape. There exists a critical gap in our understanding of customer satisfaction. Our city's distinct cultural and economic landscape adds complexity to the online shopping experience, and businesses currently lack comprehensive knowledge about specific factors that matter most to local consumers. For instance, elements such as payment security, website usability, and product quality remain unexplored in the context of Davao City. So, for instance, we know that customer expectations and product quality are essential components of satisfaction. However, we lack detailed information about what specifically matters to customers in Davao City. What makes their online shopping experience satisfying, and what are their expectations regarding product quality? Um, this brings us to the statement of the problem. Despite the growing prevalence of online shopping, we lack detailed insights into the factors that directly influence customer satisfaction, particularly regarding online shopping experience expectations and product quality expectations. So, the significance of our study lies in its potential to fill this crucial gap. By investigating the levels of online shopping experience, expectations, and product quality expectations, we aim to provide businesses in Davao City with actionable insights to improve their online platforms and in turn enhance customer satisfaction. So, we formulated specific research questions to
Usability.
Okay, Doc Naval.
Thank you. Sige. First, I would like to ask clarification because I have an issue with regards to the indicators that you have provided in your variable, which is online shopping experience expectations, because I have not seen the adapted survey questionnaire having those six, wait, 12 indicators. Second, I would like to be clarified if uh, the adapted survey questionnaire, the standardized questionnaire, stated an online shopping experience, or this from the point of view of the researchers, the word experience expectations.
Good evening, Doc Novel. For the for your first question, we adopted the questionnaire, the standard questionnaire, and then what do you call this? Yung ano po, yung base po talaga sa study yung expectation na term. So, hindi po namin gawa-gawa ganun po.
Can nagbigay ba kayo ng ano, nung adapted survey questionnaire?
Yes po,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Dalawang
Okay.
PDF
And
file po ang sinend namin.
yung dalawang PDF, hindi ko
Yes.
kasi makita ang title. Can you read the title of that item? Adapted survey?
Rejoinder lang, Doc Noval. I've seen the adapted questionnaire, pero nalilito ako sa mga items. Puro coding
Yeah.
and then yung
Okay.
tawag nito, indicators, hindi hindi ko mabasa kung saan. Yun, that's actually the issue also. Pero ang tataas ng cronback alpha, no, okay lang. Pero as to the indicators, itong WF, ano yung WF? LF, ano yan?
F.
What does it mean?
Ah,
You have the full
I'm
paper.
Ma'am Hayes, maka-share ka sa kon, Ma'am Hayes,
Sige
sa
na.
katong
Sa
adapted
full, wait lang.
standardized questionnaire. I-try po namin,
Doc
Ma'am,
Jane,
Doc
Doc
po.
Mugis.
Yes, sir. Yes, Doc.
Parang dumaan kasi siya ng ano, ng
EFA.
EFA. Yeah, exploratory
Okay.
factor
Oo.
analysis. Kaya
Pero as to the
naka-code.
specific,
Pero still, oh, tama yung point mo. The same with you. I cannot find where particularly those indicators. Anyway, they're going to present the standardized question. Thank you.
Ma-present ni mo, Ma'am Hayes. Ma'am Zeng.
Ay, wait lang ma'am ha, gipangita pa.
Actually po, Doc, yung questionnaire po namin is galing from 2 different studies. So, as instructed po sa amin, we can choose some indicators lang po since madami pong indicators yung original na study. So, we chose like 12 indicators and 12 indicators sa first question and all the indicators sa third question. And yung second question po na what is level of product quality expectation is iba na po yung standardized questionnaire. So, hindi po siya like sunod-sunod because nagpili lang po kami ng questions, ng indicators. Right.
Parang chinap-chap, no?
So, ganito Nakita na ni mo, Ma'am Hazel?
Ako'y gisend, Ma'am Hayes.
Sige, check na.
Wait, ako na lang share ko.
Sige, ikaw na lang ma'am Zeng. Kita na nako.
Sige, wait lang, ako na lang. Entire screen na lang. May window.
Dali ha. You have lots of indicators for customer satisfaction, and yet in your adapted survey questionnaire, wala namang indicators, no? Diretso lang. This is unidimensional. Yun. Pero anyway, ganito na lang gawin natin kasi naghahanap pa kayo. You try to copy na lang what's in the manuscript that you actually, the reference, no, for your adapted survey questionnaire. Kung ano man yung mga indicators doon per variable, yun ang sundin ninyo.
Sige po. Pero for this po, like for example, sa statement of the problem namin, yung website applications payment security,
Yung website application payment security, saan niyo kinuha yung term na yan?
dito
What
po
what
sa,
WF stands for?
ano ba yun?
Kasi ito yung indicator I think. WF.
Kanang
Um,
nasa items, ma'am.
items, money siya, LF, IQ, money sila. Actually, from among those items siguro run through through EFA, ito lang ang pumasa with convex alpha of 0.991. The other items hindi pumasa, no? When it was tested using EFA. Pero itong items ninyo, di ba may coding? Okay. What do these unsa ni murag mnemonics unsa ba ni siya stand for kaning mga coding? I think mo ni siya ang indicator, ma'am. Nga pag match na ako didto sa inyo ha, asa yung website application payment? Dili man siya kung WF siya, so website application ang layo, no? So you just try to check na lang, ma'am, para hindi tayo matagalan, ha? You use the correct term used by the author. Kasi itong sinubmit ninyo sa amin, this is trimmed, no? A trimmed, parang trimmed study. You trimmed only the survey questionnaire, pero yung upper part, hindi nyo present. Baka nandoon sa upper part yung the meaning of this codes. No? Tanawa lang, ma'am, ha?
Alright.
You use the right term or the correct term.
For example, ma'am, sa statement of the problem na may ibutang like kanidyong at 3.
Kaning WF, kaning WF, LF, unsa man na sila.
Okay po.
Kay dili masabtan. Kana gid niyo ibutang ayaw pag-label o something nga dili pud siya related ani.
Okay.
Oo.
Jane,
Di
may
ba
I
mag
interject?
sige Doc.
Right, thank you.
Group 2, what you provided with us is already the cut version. No, so you go back to the full journal and then you trace back doon sa yung narratives before they presented the different what is this models. Doon na reveal yung WF, LF. So perhaps they have series of items. Tapos among the items, dalawa lang ng WF, dalawa lang ng LF, apat lang ng LF, and so on. Definitely doon sa full narrative, full paper, ni-reveal yung mga WF at saka the rest coded. So in that manner, uh, we will presume for now na tawag nito, for example, you have indicators. Should we proceed now to chapter 1?
Yes.
And
Yes
Doc
po.
Nopal, suggestion ko
Yeah.
lang, they will drop product quality expectations. May questionnaire kayo nito. Kung wala kayong questionnaire nito, i-drop nyo na lang ito kasi madaming online shopping experience expectations. You can regress naman customer satisfaction sa mga dimensions ng online shopping experience expectations. That's my suggestion. Kasi hindi ko nakikita, I did not see any adapted survey questionnaire for the IV number 2.
Sige po.
Okay.
Sige.
Sige. So, okay.
Okay ra ka, Doc Nopal?
Yeah,
Sige.
generally, my impression, my suggestion for chapter 1, particularly on background of the study, it's in the manuscript. I made already marginal notes that you really have to follow the 5 paragraph ruling. Though in your paragraph 2, you have presented already some 3 rather, significant relationships among variables. But if Doc Amugis would like suggested to drop yung uh, what variable is that?
Product quality.
Okay. So, tanggalin nyo na yun sa paragraph 3 ninyo. And so the rest of the paragraphs, you follow the five ruling, no? Wherein you need to improve even your research gap, because I have not seen research gap here, which is very, very important. So important, that is why there is a need for you to conduct this scientific investigation. In that, with regards to your SOP, if the other variable is will have to be deleted, okay, then you need to present here the a statement on regression of IV1 and IV2 to your DV. But your SOP5, you don't need to include that anymore, because in your test of relationship, you just have to say you present 4.1, which is IV1, and your DV, and 4.2 for IV2 and your DV. Okay, but it's here in your paper. Now, generally, your review of related literature is good. However, you need to present and embed, okay, by styling all the indicators, if you will be able to accomplish already by looking into those coded indicators. Okay. Now, to improve that, you don't need to present narratives of it, but instead of the implications to the business sector. Then yung conceptual framework, a theoretical framework, I'll accept that. That's good. Equity theory. But you need to provide one paragraph on the propositions. That's why doon sa inyong RRL, after extensively presenting the RRL, you provide one segment, which is the correlation between variables. Normally, we ask for 2 to 3 pages with that, but you have to follow the 10-year residency. Then, you have one paragraph, but you do not, hindi kailangan i-label yung synthesis of the, uh, what's that, of the RRL. Again, that's in your personal stance. Conceptual framework, immediately when you mention that particular segment, the next paragraph, rather, the next page is your conceptual framework. Kailangan ng conceptual framework, kanyang page lang, ha? Huwag niyo include ng mga narratives doon. Okay? And then avoid presenting the dimensions enumeration. So avoid do away from 1.1, 1.2, etc. Okay. So therefore, if product quality will be dropped, you only have one IV and one PV for that matter. Okay. I think that's all for chapter 1. Don't you worry, I'll provide you the copy of the manuscript with the comments and suggestions in marginal notes. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
I'll turn you over now to Doc Amongis.
Okay. Yung gabi
Good
Ngayong
day,
gabi,
Doc.
ko, Doc.
Mm-mm. So, I have the same comments actually with the first book. Mag-thesis ba mo? Do you plan? Kung mag-business plan mo?
Business plan po.
Plan.
Parang makatawa ko nila ay. Sige. Pero nabay
Tanungin natin
tagaan.
bakit. Tanungin natin, Doc, why daw?
Bakit?
Why? Why? Why business plan and why not thesis?
Kasi mao man ang giingon po na business plan daw.
Well, dili ay.
Doc,
Ay!
pwede mag-ask po, Doc.
Mm-mm.
If we continue the thesis, Doc, dili na may non-thesis. Dili dominant
Oh,
thesis nga ano. Ay,
uh, what thesis na mo, gusto mo balhin. Just write a letter addressed to me. I will approve it.
Beses na sila. Yay!
Ah, tapos ano pod no kanang sa advanced technopreneurship ninyo kung mag-business plan mo, i-align na nato na tanan hangtod sa business planning and you can implement it. We have a technology business incubation facility uh, which can help you out in the implementation of your business if you'd like to. Ha? Ano lang siya.
yes
Kung
Okay.
po,
mag-business
Doc.
mo, oo. Seryosohon ginato ng business plan na ma-implement. Okay. O gusto ninyo. Anyway, sige, let's proceed kay giungo na si Doc Mobile sa iyang lugar. Uli na siya. Okay, ang research design, simple lang. I shared a file to Mr. Akailar. Pwede ninyo, classmate man ninyo, no? So, pagkuha lang siguro ng file dito. Or sige, isend na lang na ako sa leader. Kasi leader? Kasi leader.
Kay Ma'am Jen.
Deliomes. Sige, sige. So, ang research design, just discuss what is quantitative, what you're going to use, kana bang in the context of your study, what you're going to use quantitative design, tapos quantitative, di ba? And then, specifically, descriptive correlational, no? Sige. Descriptive, you define, then contextualize. Saan nyo paggamit ng descriptive design diri. So, you're going to utilize it to determine because you're going to ascertain the level of or the status or extent of the variables. Yan na. Then correlation, define, and then contextualize. Ang local ninyo, parehalagi mo first district. Davao City lang. Davao City. Okay, mo nang coverage, no? One area, one city, if ever kung, thesis. Sige. Why Davao City? Kay nitaas ang population sa online shoppers. Then you have to provide a statistical source, no, to support your claim that there's an increasing interest daw on in online shopping. Okay? In among the Davao City residents or buyers. Tapos, ang respondents ninyo, um, not purposive, uh, you use sampling technique called probability sampling. It's because it will describe the probability or it can draw conclusion out of the sample, out of the population. For example, if you're going to test among the Zoomers or Centennials, kanang mga bata-bata, millennials man mo, no? Kanang sunod sa inyo nga generation, so you can really draw conclusions about the population from the sample size if probability sampling technique like uh like random sampling, mas simple random sampling, no? So, kinsa ang inyong respondents? Millennials man ganina. So, Zoomers mo. Ay, Gen X mo. Kinsa man ang Gen X?
14 to 24.
Hindi ko pwede
Ate,
age.
ako, Gen X ko.
Mga
Ah,
2000 babies.
dili, uy.
Gen X.
1970 sapin, oh. Kasi ang Gen X, you have to test kung mag-shopping ba gyud sila online. If there's an increase of online shoppers among those generation, much better. Interesting man, hala. Ingani sila, techie pa ba ni sila? Okay. So, no? And then, 150, why 150? Is there a certain author that says na 150 is enough? Okay, ano ba yan ninyo kana i-correlate, mostly ma-normal ang distribution kung 250. Normal ang distribution sa data kung 250. Okay, so kana siya. how many respondents you may use Rowasov or Slovene's formula no, in identifying from among the population. And then, Gen X na lang mo, specific man gud siya. Then, from what industry? So that the online sellers can tailor fit their strategies among Gen X nya from what industry? Asa man? Or any working individuals? Ana, basta kay Gen X? Ana?
Yes, ma'am.
Pwede
Regular
na po.
employees? O sige. Sige, basta residing in Davao City. Okay. Mas maayo man na, lahi-lahi man gud ang behavior and culture if ever you're affiliated with the academe, lain nga industry, ah, ang public gani ug private lain-lain pud sila og behavior no nga teachers. So mag-identify na lang mo specific no. Mas maayo na specific para sa recommendation tailor fit kaayo, customized. Very very specific. Okay? Sige. And probability sampling ha, dili non-probability sampling. No to convenience sampling. Then research instrument, you have to describe it per part. Then part 1 would be the IV1, part 2 IV2. I'm sorry. Part 3 DV. Tapos each part you have to describe no from where if the questionnaire is adapted or self-made from if adapted asa gikuha kisay author how many items and no and how many indicators how many items ganon and then for the descriptive interpretation I'll just give you a sample on this and a sample study so that you would know on how to make the descriptive interpretation. Okay? Una gid mo very low, unya dito sa taas ang very high. Balihon ni siya. No? Nabaliktad. Nya ang gathering procedure, do not number it. Okay? Correction the EDOC novel, you seek permission pala from the dean talaga. Then after that sa
Yeah.
rec, oo, you have to seek or send a letter to the HR ba kaya or employer of those persons you want to distribute the questionnaires to, no? Kana siya. And then, describe thoroughly unsaon ni pag-gather of data. Then, how are you going to recruit the respondents? Unya, duration, of how many minutes will it take for a respondent to answer? Then, duration, uh, how many days or weeks to gather the data. Very, very specific. So, ang statistical tool will start with the mean. Um, nag future tense na nag past tense na mo diri. This was you so pagani. How are you going to use the mean, the standard deviation, Pearson R, and regression in analyzing the data? Ano nag-ANOVA man mo? ANOVA is analysis of variance to determine the significant difference. So, wala man to sa inyong SQ o sa SOP, walay ANOVA, you delete that. And then, ang statistical tools ninyo or statistical treatment, itapad na ninyo sa inyong tuan, sa inyong SOP. The high level, ang SOP1, so mean na siya. Ang relationship, Pearson R, ana. Ang regression is katong last question is multiple regression. Kana siya. And then use APA 7th edition format. Uh, I will send the sample proposal to Miss Deliomes. Okay, any questions? Okay na? Wala panguntahan na?
None so far po.
Mag-thesis na daw sila. Nakatawa sila.
Dili lang sa, ma'am.
Dili lang. Sige, ipadingot na mo. Sige, i-chat na ako ha.
Apa.
Alright. Sige, thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
po,
so
Congratulations.
Doc.
much po, Doc. Thank you po,
Ah,
Doc Noval and Doc Amogis.
you're welcome.
Okay. So ayaw niyo mag-thesis ha, group 2.
Dali lang sa, ma'am.
Pass lang sa, ma'am.
Group gani mo no. Group, how much more kung mag-individual, no? So anyway, thank you group 2. So we will now welcome group 3 this time.
Thank you po,
Welcome
Doc.
sa group 3. Sige, good night na mo group 2.
Thank you po, Ma'am Gravino.
Thank
Thank you
you. Thank
po.
you po.
Thank
Okay.
you po, ma'am.
Welcome.
Po.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Kita na po yung screen.
Affirmative.
Perfect. So, Miss Jessa will start with the presentation po. Ma'am Jess.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sir Noval. Good evening, Ma'am Amugis, and of course, our research. Uh, Pakimove ako sa slide. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Are you audible po?
Yes, you are.
Miss ha, pakimove po ako
Po.
sa page 1, our title page.
Ay, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Asan ang ano nyo?
Wait lang po.
Ayan. Okay.
Share
Wait
screen
lang.
po.
Slideshow mo para malaki.
Slideshow.
At, okay na?
Wala pa siya naka-slideshow.
Bakit? Wait. Slideshow. Kasi
Sige lang, huwag dili
slideshow na siya sa
mag-slideshow
akong
mo.
screen. Wait.
Okay.
F5.
Share your screen, ma'am. Hindi share a tab or whatsoever.
Stop share
If
ko muna ha. Let me go
entire screen.
entire screen. Okay, sige pa. Share entire screen. Okay. Eto po. What about now?
Good.
Okay na?
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, right. Our topic, our research method is from the group 3. The name is the authoritarian leadership and job role clarity and its impact on the performance of employees in Davao City. Then we will be presented by me and of course my teammates, Miss Lahoy and Miss Loves Purpose. The next is our problem scenario for the next slide, Miss Han. The problematic scenario is, of course, the performance of employees arises when there is a significant gap between what the employee expects as compared to the usual experience from the leaders and of course the supervisors. So as we all know that the authoritarian leadership sometimes is referred to the autocratic, which is yung yung boss lang yung merong decision making. um, So, ito yung usually na problematic scenario namin, of course, kasi yung napili kasi namin which is dito sa Davao, of course, is ang Davao City is one of the largest city in Mindanao. So, as we all know, growing siya in terms of businesses, industries, mga companies, mga BPO, sometimes construction, marami na yan dito. So, we want to know kung ano ba yung impact talaga ng authoritarian leadership sa mga empleyado. For the next slide, we are going to tackle statement of the problem. So, our team or the researchers want to seek answers, questioning, of course, what are the status of the authoritarian leadership in terms of the communication from the leaders, and of course, the decision-making process or the decision from the team. Of course, the second one we are going to tackle kung ano ba yung status ng job role, the clarity, and from the feedback, the communication, and of course, the expectations from the both employee and of course the leaders. So, and the third one we are going to seek answers the following: the level of the performance of employees within the Davao City in in terms of their employee engagement and job satisfactions. Then the next, of course, the relationship between what is the level of authoritarian leadership and the performance of employees within the city. Then the fifth, the relationship between the status of the job role
Miss Honey, paki-mute lang. Paki-mute.
in the employees in Davao City. So, and the last one, we are going to seek answers on kung ano ba talaga ang relationship ng authoritarian leadership and of course the job role clarity. So the next slides, we are going to tackle the theoretical framework. Miss Hani, can you proceed to the next slide?
Yes
Thank
po.
you. Our study is, of course, to the theory of Lewin's leadership, 1939, and of course, the Lux goal setting theory. So we wanted to use this, of course, since the Lewin's leadership suggests that the best leaders are those who can adjust their leadership style. As we all know that theory of Lewin's leadership is composed of three leadership style, which is the autocratic, democratic, and of course the laissez-faire leadership. And of course, we're going to use the Lux goal setting theory that, of course, it highlights the positive impact of setting the clear and challenging goals. It uses a five principles, which is yung clarity. We want to know the clarity of the work, the challenge towards the goal, and of course the commitment and feedback, of course, and the last one is the complexity, which is yung achievable goals within a company. And the next slides will be discussed by Miss Hani. Thank you.
Right, so in continuation, our conceptual framework. So, figure one shows the conceptual framework model of our study with the main variables. So, we have two independent variables and one dependent variable. So, on the two boxes on the left side of the figure shows the two independent variables, namely the authoritarian leadership and the job role clarity, while the box on the right side naman is our dependent variable, which is the performance of employees in Davao City. So, authoritarian leadership and job role clarity will be analyzed on how they impact the performance of the employees in Davao City. So next will be the research design. So the study employ a quantitative research design with a focus on descriptive correlational approach. Quantitative research involves the measurement and analysis of variables using numerical data and specific statistical techniques. It seeks to address questions such as who, how much, what, where, when, how many, and how. According to Liddy and Armrod and Williams, quantitative research involves quantifying data to support or challenge challenge knowledge claims. So quantitative research utilizes inquiry strategies such as experiments or surveys, and in our case, we will be using standardized questionnaire. So we will also employ descriptive correlational design as we wanted to find out the relationship between our independent variables and dependent variables. So a few minutes ago, Ms. Jessa um, presented our statement of the problem, and we have at least three relationship questions. Uh, we wanted to know what is the relationship between the level of authoritarian leadership and the level of performance of the employees in Davao City. We also wanted to know the relationship between the status of job role clarity and the level of performance of employees in Davao City. And lastly, we wanted to know the relationship between the level of authoritarian leadership and the level of job role clarity. So next will be the research locale. So the research is centered in Davao City, chosen for its status as the largest city and industrial hub in Mindanao. The study will narrow its focus to Talomo District, where Alticon Builders Incorporated, a large construction company, is selected for the examination. Construction companies have a hierarchy with multiple levels of management handling different aspects of projects. So, this framework is ideal for researching the impact of authoritarian leadership. The hierarchy has an impact on how individuals communicate and make choices. So, at each level, authoritarian leadership can manifest differently, and analyzing these distinctions can help understand its impact on employee performance. So next will be discussed by Ms. Aloha, the research respondents.
Good evening, everyone. So, for the research respondents, since we are very specific with our respondents, as said by Ms. Lahoy, we are planning to conduct this research at Ulticon Builders Incorporated. Their current employees as of the moment is 2,000 employees. So the Alticon Builders Incorporated is located in Talomo District. So the proponents will determine the respondents of the study using random sampling, specifically the simple random sample method. So the respondents are personnel from various departments, and the sample size of 333 was selected using Sloven's formula to ensure a broad representation across functional areas. Respondents must also show a willingness to engage in the survey. This careful screening method was designed to ensure that the study's respondents had significant and relevant insights into the organizational setting. um, for the data gathering procedure. So we, the researchers, sought suitable questionnaires for the study and was fortunate enough to find one from Nawas et al. Of year 2022, a standardized questionnaire titled Impact of Authoritarian Leadership on Employee Performance and Job role clarity, moderating role of power distance in project line-based company. So next, the researchers plan to ask Ulticon Builders Incorporated, a construction company in Davao, for permission to conduct a survey. Beforehand, they will introduce the study to the respondents and explain how to complete the questionnaires to ensure clarity. For the statistical tools, we have four tools to use. First is the mean, para ibala na mo to know the average scores of each respondents. The second is the standard deviation to assess or to measure the dispersion or how far or how close the results or the scores are from the mean. And then also the regression analysis to help us understand the strength since as uh, in our SOP or statement of the problem na minabutang relationship. So regression analysis is, I think, also applicable as a statistical tool. And also ANOVA to assess the significant differences or will give us the overall impact of our study. So that was our study. And good evening. Thank you.
Sir, Doc Nuban, are you still there?
Ah, yes, sorry. Yatake kong sinusitis. Wait, ha? This is
Gumuba.
Gumobaw's group, right?
Yes, sir.
Tama ako?
Yes po.
Sige, okay. Ah, basically, I have issue on the on the choice of authoritarian leadership vis-a-vis job role clarity that has to go to in measuring the performance, more particularly when I look at the respondents who are employees. Why? Because general rules in management says that kapag authoritarian leadership, there is always a negative performance implication on the employees. Yun lang yung akin doon. Especially if you would like to measure the relationship of the authoritarian leadership to the performance of the employee. Nevertheless, the job role clarity is very clear that it may have implications on the performance. I would love to see the results eventually if this will be pushed through. If the training and development would impact performance employees. Yun yung aking contention on. Sorry for my voice ha, kasi nagsarado aking ilong. However, if you really push through with this, despite na mayroon siyang konting, what is that? You can already detect the result on the test of relationship of leadership to performance, particularly authoritarian, kasi hindi man in-inclusive ang lahat ng leadership style. Sana inclusive yun, tapos inisa-isa natin yung leadership style. Ah, mas para sa akin I go with that para makita natin if it pairs with job clarity kung ang laissez-faire ba, 'no? Na makapag-relate ba sa job role clarity kasi, they can explore and everything like that. Okay. At any rate, yung general comments ko is the same with the rest, 'no? Yung you need to improve the background of the study to present the five paragraph ruling of problematic issues, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, the relevance of your performance or employee performance, I should say. And the third paragraph should be uh, findings of previous studies, but it has to follow the 10-year recencies of 2013 to 23. Findings on IV1 has a relationship with IV2, with DV, and IV2 has a relationship with DV. Yun yung dapat i-present sa paragraph 3 and paragraph 4. Kailangan kung sa korte pa, dupahan nimo nga naay panginahanglan mag-conduct ani nga research kay sa dami-dami ng mga nabasa mo na mga studies, wala pang study na explore on the authoritarian leadership and perhaps with the job role, ano yun, and performance. Okay? If there are, pero iba yung mga variables. Okay? Now, your fifth paragraph will be the dissemination, which I cannot see here, but you only mention. At saka, take note that in the last paragraph, wala tayong in-text citation, no? Because this is uh, personal stance, own words mo, declaring paano mo i-disseminate yung findings na study mo kung matapos na. In the statement of problem, if you would like to take my suggestion to change authoritarian leadership into training and development, then that goes to say na ang iyong tawag niyan, related literature, meron lang baguhin in terms of training and development. Okay? Now, kasi you are trying to measure performance eh. Mahirap yata i-measure ang performance sa authoritarian kasi kung sa Bisaya pa, kabalo na tandaan na di gyud sila kalihok, authoritarian eh. Okay. Ang inyong SOP 4 and 5, isahin niyo yan. Yeah? What is the relationship? Instead of what is there significant relationship between authoritarian leadership and uh, performance? That's 4.1. 4.2 will be yung role, job role, and performance. So the 3 will be which between authoritarian and job clarity significantly determine performance. In that sense, yung inyong title will be authoritarian leadership or determinants of employee performance in Davao City. Okay? Or determinants of employee performance of, you mentioned what industry is that, perhaps? Okay. In Davao City. Dayon, katong sa ano, sa inyong review of related literature, ipapa-improve ko lang siya, no? Na all implications. Mahirap kasing i-place dito na parang nagle-lecture ang RRL, no? Wala tayong makuha dito na mga, how do you call it, mga yang relevant na discussion na ang variable na tawag nito authoritarian leadership, baka may impact siya or maka-implicate kunyari doon sa employee performance, okay, so on and so forth. Yun dapat ang laman ng RRL. And then after the RRL, again, provide another segment which is correlation between variables para ipakita mo dito ang there are really, no? There are possible relationship with the interplay of the variables. Then I suggest the research objectives, tanggalin nyo na kasi our institution follow an SOP format. Your theoretical framework, you may use Campbell performance. Kasi si Campbell will touch leadership with regards to performance. Okay? And then if you follow meron kang 2 to 3 pages of relationship between variables immediately after the literature, then you can extract some of which para ilagay mo dito sa paragraph of propositions after the theory ni Campbell. Yung conceptual framework, again, introduce the interplay of the variables by providing at least one definition with author for the variables. And the next paragraph will be one paragraph operational definitions for the indicators of IV1, and the third, another paragraph for the operational definitions of your IV2. Okay. Sige. I think that's it. Okay. But my major issue here is the the interplay of singling out the authoritarian leadership to performance dahil kumbaga kung sa expression pa alam na natin na pangit talaga ang performance nila. Authoritarian pa naman, autocratic. Okay? So, that's it. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Jessa, do you have any question?
Yes, hello sir. I-ask ko lang, so you prefer to change us the title of our study
In the training and development.
into training? Okay, sige, sige.
Sige, thank you. Pero kung gusto niyo talaga leadership, pwede. Pero ilagay niyo ang leadership, no? Leadership styles, pero pag-treat natin, pag-measure natin, tatarin natin ang bawat leadership style, no? Hindi natin isahin. Yun siya nice kasi para makita natin. Baka pala lalabas na si autocratic is talagang appropriate para sa job. Ano 'yan? What's your IV2?
Job role
Job
clarity po.
Oo, job role clarity. Basig mas baka ang mga empleyado mas ma-clarify nila ilahang trabaho kung naiisog, ano. Pero alam naman natin, eh, may mga general statements na tayo, findings and theory about that. Pero if you want leadership para tatarin natin, treat it as one variable, treat it as one variable, pero itagod-tagod kumbaga pagdating ng measurement natin 'yan. Mas maganda siya. Okay, or kung ayaw niyo mahago, then take the training and development. It's very appropriate ng kayong kanilang yung study ninyo na tawag nito, yung study ninyo na job role clarity. Okay. Or even if you would like to take the work orientation and job role clarity. Yan. Sige, I think that's all. Thank you very much. Yung appropriateness lang ang aking tinitingnan. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you, Dr. Joseph. Oh.
Sige, thank you, Doc Gavino. Anyway, sige, pare-pareho lang man gyud mo ani og ano 'no, ah, i-edit. Okay, can you hear me? Madunggan ba ko?
Yes po.
Yes.
Yes
Ah,
po.
sige. I'll be sending you a sample no proposal. You can actually have that as your reference in um, editing your paper. So, yung sa methodology ninyo, you really have to discuss no with author yung at first no you have to float what quanti that you're going to employ quantitative research design, specifically descriptive correlational. Then you define a quantitative, what it seeks to measure. Then you in the tapos with author yan, then in the context of your study, you've defined naman quantitative here, but you failed to mention or discuss what quantitative design seeks to measure, no, in your study. And then the second paragraph would be descriptive, research design, defined, and contextualized. The third paragraph would be correlational design. You define it, then you contextualize it. Contextualize meaning to say, how are you going to use descriptive correlational design, for instance, in your study? What will it measure in your study? The relationship of IV and the DV, ganon. But you have to spell out the IV and the DV. So you've chosen ano ito? Research local is in Davao City, no? Okay. You have to ano um justify no the choice of local. So specifically ano man ito? Construction company, no? Pwede siya that there is a growth of as to the number of construction companies here in the the city, no? And you have to support that claim. Okay? Can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
Yes.
Hindi pwede na may rationalization kayo and then walang support. Meron talaga yung support kasi um, it's not you who will actually inform the public that there's a growth in the number of ano. Maybe you can call out data from DTI or Bureau of yung basta certain statistics that would show there's a growth in construction companies here in Davao. And then specifically in Alticon Builders, so sige, pwede siya, sorry, or among ano na lang siguro, construction companies here in Davao City. May classification ba ang construction companies? May classification ba sila? Class 2, Class A, B, C, ang ganoon. How big a construction company is? Meron wala?
We are
Meron
not
yan.
sure. Pero I think meron po.
Oh, sige. Yung gano'n, bakit specific yung ano, yung construction companies na yun? Kasi you cannot compare kasi For example, yung class A sa B sa C. There are kasi construction companies who will just be building commercial buildings, no? Yung iba residential. So, iba ang need ng yung nasa commercial, iba ang need ng nasa residential. Iba yun din yung need, yung ah ang kino-construct nila bridges and so on and so forth. Okay? So, we have to be very, very specific on mas okay siya kung construction companies in Davao City, pero specific siya na type, ha? And then, kasi, uh, the one who will benefit, this study would be significant to those construction companies. They can learn from the findings of the study. And then, uh, tas iba-iba din yung culture, no? So, sige, 333. Sloven's formula, okay ako dyan. So, sampling technique ninyo, yung sampling technique is probability sampling, okay, random. And then, okay. Tapos, ang research instrument ninyo, ah, ibahin ninyo, di ba? So, you have to explain or discuss per part. Then, you mention the author and then the convex alpha. Kung walang convex alpha, so mag-pilot test kayo to determine the reliability. And then, how many items. Tapos, itong inyong descriptive interpretation, kanang na yung mga range of means kan descriptive level, dili ni siya mao. So, I'm going to give you a copy, no, para masundan niyo. Okay. So, ang data gathering procedure, okay, do not fail to mention that you're going to seek or secure clearance from REC, yung ating ethical clearance, no? And then, you have to write letters to the construction companies, and then, the specific procedure talaga of gathering the data and how you're going to recruit the respondents, the duration of answering the survey questionnaire, and the duration of collecting the data. Okay, estimate lang mga 2 weeks, 1 month, yung ganoon, ha? Then, statistical tool, are you going to test a significant difference? Hindi, no? Diretso kayo sa mean, standard deviation. Pearson R, i-add ninyo Pearson R kasi mag-correlational kayo. Kung walang significant difference, so i-delete ang ANOVA. Okay? Tapos,
Noted po, Doc.
ang dali ha. Employee well-being, naging yung ethical consideration. Mali. So, in the context also of your study, ang ethical considerations, do not just copy and paste it from another source, no? I-contextualize nyo din sa study ninyo. Okay? And use APA 7th edition in your references. Alright? So, kanino ko ibigay yung sample? Sino ang leader?
Kay Miss Jessa po.
Jessa. Sige. Gumubaw. Alright, sige. I-chat ko lang, Miss Jessa, ha?
Sige po, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have anything to ask? Be clarified on? Wala na?
Wala na po, Doc. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Doc.
Thank you, Doc. Bye-bye.
Okay. Next group.
Group 4, please.
Good afternoon po.
Ay, good evening na.
Ay, good evening di ay hala, sorry.